Conversations with Svend, offering expert insights and guidance around topics like relationships, sex, and money from a neurodiverse projector viewpoint. We're asking good questions and seeking the answers. The second episode of Conversations with Svend features an exuberant talk with Orgasmic embodiment coach Jem Ayers, who's a sexological bodyworker, tantric practitioner, and facilitator of full-body orgasm retreats, and also runs courses for men and women online. Jem is featured in Channel 4 productions like Sex Actually with Alice Levine, and more recently Channel 5's third season of Adults Only episode 8, I Need Sexual Healing. You won't want to miss this one. This one's gonna be a good one. Welcome to this second episode of Conversations with Svend. Today's guest is Jem Ayers. She's an orgasmic embodiment coach.
Thank you. Lovely to be here, Sven. I'm looking forward to this conversation.
We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about pleasure. We're going to talk about the need for ecstasy and bliss. And we're going to talk about full body orgasms. So let's begin with orgasmic embodiment. What does orgasmic embodiment mean?
Yeah, great question to start with, isn't it? I'm interested in is how sexuality and our embracing of our sexuality and our releasing of any shame around our sexuality actually has an effect on our wider life. So how when I'm in my kind of fullest sexual potential without the fear and guilt and shame that is put on us around our bodies and our pleasure and our sex, then actually I walk in the world different. I make different decisions. I set different boundaries. I attract different people. I take greater risks maybe. I'm a more generous person to my partner, to my friends, to my children, so it's actually how our sexuality affects all of our life and all of its aspects. That's for me is how we embody orgasmic potential.
Tell me, I'd really like to invite you to tell your story. I know some of it is fascinating, and I would love more people to be able to hear how you came to this, where you are today.
So I grew up always surrounded by spirituality, but I knew there was something more. And in my 20s, I experienced sexual shutdown. So basically where my body just stopped being able to have sex, want sex, or feel anything. And it wasn't until my late 20s that a friend recommended I do a women's tantra group. And that really changed things for me overnight. So working through the body and being to access my kind of spirituality and my sexuality in that way really shifted so much more for me than the many years of therapy I'd had so far. By the time I was 32, I got a cancer diagnosis, and I was told the only treatment they were able to offer me was palliative care. So, the treatment I ended up taking had a 10% chance of working. I needed to do something to help heal my body. And for me, that was full body orgasmic release. And less than 6 months after cancer diagnosis, I was cancer free. And it was at that point I realized, okay, maybe I have something to teach here.
Conversations with Svend